Hello everyone and welcome to ReinaMoe's DIY and Designs, and today I'm going to show you how to take a nice beautiful clean clear votive and turn it into a beautiful wedding favor, or you can use this at your event like I will be using it for mine. Just look how beautiful that's going to be. So if this is a tutorial that interests you, please keep on watching. Okay, so we're outside in the beautiful outdoors, and what we're going to do is be using some spray paint, and I'm using the Krylon stained glass. As you all know, the wedding colors are champagne, winter white, and blush, and then also the darker tones of those colors. So I'm going to utilize this stained glass in the red and the purple to create a beautiful mauve-y, almost cranberry-like color. And this orange that I'm going to spray over the top of both of those layers once they're dry is to help give it a goldenish sheen to it, and it turns out so beautifully. So I wanted to just explain to you what it is that I'm doing before you actually see a small snippet of video where I actually do it on these votives. So that's the reason why I'm talking to you about these particular spray paints. So what I'm doing is I'm going to take the clear votives, I'm going to utilize cotton balls over the top because I don't want any of the spray paint to get on the actual candle, which is what you see that I have done here. And then one at a time, I'm going to be spraying the red, letting it dry, the purple, letting it dry, the orange, and letting it dry. And then I'll go back over with the second coat to give it a nice clean finish to get the exact hue that I want, which you guys can see I've done here. So continue watching.
Okay everyone, so here you see where I'm taking each votive one by one and doing my little burst technique where I shake and I count while I sweep it back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, move on to the next votive. So that's basically how I like to do it. I do a count and I make sure that I am shaking it while I'm spraying it to keep it nicely combined. And so here you see I've let it dry, and now I'm doing the next coat. I'm doing it with the purple to help give me that burgundy to deep cranberry look. And then after I've done that, I'll allow it to dry, go back in with the red, allow it to dry, go back in with the purple, allow it to dry, and then the absolute final coat will be the orange stain, which I'm not going to videotape that because after doing the red and the purple, you kind of get the idea.
I'm back inside. I have spray painted all of the votives, and next onto my favorite part, we're going to decorate. So this particular votive came to my mind because in the process of spray painting these and letting them dry, I got a little bit too anxious and I started moving them before they were ready, and I made a boo-boo like this. So I decided, okay, I can just go ahead and bling these out to cover any kind of little embellish, any blemishes that I may have made with that first 6 batch that I did. So that's exactly what I did. So here I'm going to start with this one because the blemish is right here. And I'm just going to cover it the same way that I did with this one. And the beautiful thing about this is in my wedding, I'm going to have mixed metals there because that's one of the things that's in. And to me, it just makes everything look so much more elegant when you've got your golds and your silvers and your rose golds and your coppers which I'll be utilizing that a lot in some of the floral arrangements. So I've got my hot glue gun here because I've also got an array of embellishments that I'm going to use. Obviously, you know, I have my bling wrap, diamond wrap, that's from the Dollar Tree. I have it in the gold as well as in silver. I've got my pearl wrap that I purchased on Amazon. I've got this particular trim that I picked up at Hobby Lobby, and it's got little diamantes and pearls on it, and I may use this, I may not, but it just depends on how I'm feeling. But I know I'm going to be using the diamond wrap. And I also know that from Amazon I've picked up this. This is what this actually is. This is a 4-row band of continuous aurora borealis crystals, and I like this because it plays on the iridescence in the scope of golds and pinks and purples, and I don't know if you guys can see that in this, but that's what this is. So basically I just took my South wire cutters, and in the back of this trim you'll see that every 4 there's a line of solder. So I just broke through that line of solder. Now here's a disclaimer. Breaking through that solder was not that easy to get one continuous piece, because I ended up losing half of the wrap, because from the yardage that I used I was able to get 2 good pieces, and all of the others are broken up in here into smaller pieces with some of the crystals missing. But I don't mind that so much because I can always use this on something else, and I can always use those crystals loosely on something else. So it really wasn't that big deal for me because of the things that I do with my arts and crafts. But if that's going to be an issue for you, my best bet for you is to go ahead and just order the single row of the rhinestone in whatever color it is that you're using, whether it's the aurora borealis or if it's clear, or if you wanted to get a toned tinted rhinestone or Swarovski crystal. Also, you know from the last tutorial that I have these rhinestone trim that are single, but they're really tiny. I have that in gold as well as silver. And then also I have this, which I purchased for my cakes. Beautiful rhinestone ribbon. And the thing about this is that it's on a mesh backing, even though it's metal. If you can see that in between, it's on a mesh, so you can just take a good old pair of scissors and cut that and you won't have any trouble, which is what I've done here. Also, just to let you know, you can use any kind of trim that you want. I purchased this trim, which is like tassels. I'm going to be using this on a DIY tutorial that's coming up later for my parents' anniversary, where I do the sew runner. And excuse the noise, but I just wanted to take it out so I can show you. It's this beautiful golden color, and it's graduated, so I'm going to use that on her runner. But if you wanted to, a person could utilize this, especially with that beautiful lace embroidery at the top. You could use that for one of the votives, and you see how it hangs down a little bit lower. Maybe you wouldn't want to use this side of votive, maybe you want to use a different type of vessel, but you can use this type of supplies to beautify anything that you can think of. So I just wanted to let you know that that's an option too. Also lace. You could utilize lace to beautify your vessels as well, whether it's something like the little bitty daisy lace that you can find, or I'm going to be doing another DIY with this gorgeous stretch lace that I found on Amazon. This particular color is called apricot, and obviously I gravitated to it because it's a very muted blushy tone, but I mean it is just so pretty. And the fact that it's elastic, it's very forgiving as opposed to a regular lace. Once you snip that embroidery thread in the design of the lace, that's it. But with this embroidery lace, it doesn't fray. So I'm going to be doing a tutorial with this one, so keep on watching for that. So now let's actually start to decorate. What I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to take this particular votive that I got a little scratch in because I put it in the box too soon. It wasn't dry all the way. And I'm going to start with my bling wrap, which I had cut one already for this one, and here is its mate. Oh, it's a little bit short. Okay, so let's just start that over. And all I'll do is I'll separate it into 3 rows, so I'm just cutting, and then I'm going to measure around the center of where that particular blemish is. So I find my blemish and I cover my blemish and see where the 2 ends meet, so I know where it is that I'm going to cut, and then I make that cut. And since I purchased 2 dozen of these votives and I've spray painted all 2 dozen of these the same color, you can decide how many you want to look exactly the same. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do 6 with this look, 6 with another look, and so on and so forth. And at the end of the video, you'll see all 4 of the different types that I have. So right now, I'm just going to take my hot glue, put a little bead onto the back of the diamond wrap, and place it on top of that blemish so I can secure it. Excuse me, sorry about that. And so now I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same and secure it at the very end, but this time I'm gonna place the glue right onto the vessel and secure that after I add some more glue. So this is how it looks so far. The next step is to go ahead and to take this particular ribbon, and then I'm going to measure around it as well and separate it into single strand and just cut along that single strand. See where it lays and where I need to cut the mesh. And then I'm going to do that twice. Now, if you noticed, these votives are not blocky and straight up and down. These votives are slightly graduated. So for that reason, I wouldn't go ahead and just take this same length of rhinestone and cut it, because I would be wasting either a stone or 2. So I'm just going to go ahead and adhere the top, and then I'll cut the bottom, and when I come back I'll show you how that looks. Are the 2 that are the same, and next I'll go along and I'll make up some other ones, but I'm gonna do the rest of the 4 like this, and when I come back I'll do the final reveal of all of the different styles that I've completed. So here's the final reveal. I ended up with 6 different designs of the votives. The first one is this beautiful lace in the Aurora Borealis rhinestone crystal. Then I have this one, which is just the 4 rows of the Aurora Borealis crystal, which I think is gorgeous, simple and elegant. Then I have this design, which has the mixed metals look of the silver diamond wrap along with the gold diamond wrap from the Dollar Tree, also from Amazon. And then if you notice the teeny tiny gold rhinestone chain, I have that just kind of outlining both of those mixed metals. Then we have my diamonds, lace, and pearl, one of my favorite designs. This is just absolutely stunning. I got the diamond and pearl trim from Hobby Lobby, and of course the lace came from Amazon, like I said earlier. Then we have this particular design, which is the gold diamond wrap, and I have this trim, which was from Amazon. It's the 4-row, let me show it to you. It's the 4-row cake layer, or I bought it for cake layer, this rhinestone ribbon, and it's actually 4 rows, not 3. I cut the other row off of this because I'm using this one for crafting. Here's a better look at it with the 4 rows, so you can see, just absolutely gorgeous, which I'll be using that to decorate the cake with. And the last but not least is a beautiful simple pearl crown, which is the same trim as the diamonds and pearls with lace, but I've just inverted it and gave it a single row across the top of the votive. And I am just so pleased with how they all turned out. They're all unique, they're all beautiful, and personally I feel like anybody that attends my wedding who would want to take these home could definitely take them home, and I don't think there's going to be a single solitary female in the building that wouldn't want to take them home. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and learned something from it. If you know anyone who's having a wedding, having an event, or just would love to decorate their home with pieces like this, please share this video. Comment down below. I love reading your comments, you know, and you know, that's kind of what keeps me going here at YouTube. And also put down below if you actually want to see how I created the diamonds and pearl with lace, which I'm gonna do a tutorial with lace anyway, but it's not this. If you do want to see how I came up with this and how I created this, then put that down in the comments below. And on that note, everyone, have an absolutely wonderful evening. Bye.